The biting Los Angeles rain mirrored the turmoil brewing within Keanu Reeves as he sought refuge in the daily grind. Stepping out of his carefully constructed celebrity persona, he craved a moment of genuine peace, unaware that his sanctuary was about to shatter. The café, usually a haven of quiet anonymity, held its breath as a drenched, young face appeared beside him. Liam, a homeless boy bearing a chilling warning. "They're coming for you. You have to move now." This whispered alarm hung in the air, a stark contrast to the café's comforting murmur. Before Keanu could decipher the cryptic message, two figures materialized at the entrance, their eyes cutting through the café's dimness like shards of ice. Their tailored suits and impassive expressions screamed of an authority that chilled Keanu to the bone. It was a power he recognized, the kind that operates beyond the reach of ordinary rules. Liam's urgent tug on his sleeve propelled Keanu into action, trading his latte for an unknown fate. He realized that this was no ordinary encounter. Claire, the café's fiercely independent owner, watched the scene unfold with guarded concern. Her café was more than just a business. It was a sanctuary built on empathy and resilience. As Keanu disappeared into the back, a flicker of determination ignited within her. This quiet haven wasn't about to be disrupted by shadowy figures and whispered threats. Jason, a novelist mired in creative stagnation, found his writer's instincts jolted awake. The scene unfolding before him was the spark he needed, a story demanding to be told. Unbeknownst to them, the forces gathering were not mere coincidence. The city's undercurrents of power and hidden agendas were now swirling, threatening to engulf Keanu and the unsuspecting patrons of the daily grind. Liam's warning was not just a cry for help, but the opening salvo in a battle between compassion and control, between the privileged and the forgotten. The stage was set for an unlikely alliance to form, their fates intertwined by a shared desire for justice and a desperate fight for survival. Los Angeles, a city of shimmering facades and stark realities, forms the backdrop to this unfolding drama. Beneath the glitz of Hollywood, a hidden world thrives, where the marginalized navigate a landscape of forgotten dreams and quiet desperation. The daily grind, a modest café tucked away in a bustling downtown street, serves as a crossroads for these disparate lives. It's a place where the aroma of strong coffee mingles with unspoken stories, where fleeting connections offer momentary solace. Keanu Reeves, beyond the silver screen persona, grapples with a quiet disillusionment. His life, a tapestry of blockbuster successes, feels increasingly detached, devoid of genuine connection. Seeking respite from the relentless demands of fame, he's drawn to the anonymity of the café, a place where he can momentarily shed the weight of expectations. His compassion, often masked by a guarded demeanor, makes him an unwitting beacon for those in need. Liam, hardened by years of street survival, possesses an uncanny ability to read people and situations. His youth belies a wisdom born of necessity, a deep understanding of the city's undercurrents and the fragile alliances that bind its inhabitants. Driven by a fierce loyalty, he acts as a protector, a guardian angel for those who cannot defend themselves. Claire, the café's owner, embodies resilience. Her sharp wit and no-nonsense attitude conceal a complicated past, a history etched in unsung acts of kindness. She transformed the daily grind into a sanctuary, a testament to her belief in the power of human connection. Jason, haunted by unfulfilled potential, sees in this unfolding crisis a chance for redemption. His creative spark, long dormant, ignites with a renewed sense of purpose. The events of the night force him to confront his own self-doubt, inspiring him to wield his words as weapons against injustice. These individuals, drawn together by circumstance, are about to forge an unlikely alliance, their lives forever changed by the events that unfold within the sleepless cityscape. Their motivations, initially disparate, will converge as they confront a shared threat and discover the true meaning of compassion and solidarity. As Keanu and Liam navigate shadowy alleys, the pursuers are revealed to be ex-security, linked to a corporation Keanu publicly criticized. Claire uncovers a connection between their tactics and a past incident haunting her. Jason finds evidence suggesting Keanu was targeted due to his investigation into the corporation's unethical practices, not just his activism. A twist, Liam recognizes one of the men, his estranged older brother, forced into this role to protect their family. Driven by Liam's revelation, Keanu's primary goal shifts from escape to exposing the corporation's wrongdoing. Their immediate obstacle is reaching Liam's safe house, a haven offering temporary refuge from his brother and the pursuing ex-security. En route, Mila, using her social worker network, guides them through hidden city routes, deepening Keanu's understanding of Los Angeles's forgotten communities. Claire, haunted by her past connection to the corporation, struggles with whether to fully trust Jason, who is determined to publish the story. This creates tension. While gathering intel, Claire risks exposing not only Keanu's location but also her own secrets. Jason's subplot evolves as he navigates the ethical dilemmas of investigative journalism. He must decide how far he's willing to go to uncover the truth, potentially jeopardizing his career and the safety of those involved. Liam's conflicted emotions about his brother introduce another layer of complexity. He yearns to believe in his brother's inherent goodness but recognizes the danger he poses. Their journey isn't just about evading capture, it's about building trust and understanding across social divides. Keanu's celebrity is both a help and a hindrance, drawing unwanted attention while also providing a platform to amplify their message. Reaching the safe house becomes secondary to developing a strategy to expose the corporation, leaning on each other's strengths and overcoming individual baggage. The characters' initial motivations blend into a shared commitment to justice, solidifying their unlikely alliance. Reaching Liam's seemingly secure safe house, they discover it compromised, ransacked, and booby-trapped. This inciting incident shatters their sense of safety, exposing the corporation's relentless reach. It's clear they were expected. Liam's brother left a coded message: the corporation knows about Project Nightingale, and Keanu is the key. Project Nightingale is what propels them forward. Discovering Project Nightingale is the inciting incident. Project Nightingale, Liam explains, is a secret initiative the corporation funds, developing technology that exploits vulnerable communities, furthering social inequity. The realization that their actions have wider implications than simply escaping fuels a resolve within Keanu to protect these communities. This discovery significantly alters the status quo. Now, exposure is the only protection. They are no longer just trying to survive, they are fighting to prevent harm. Keanu, who had initially been motivated by self-preservation, now takes on the role of a protector. Claire, recalling whispers from her past, realizes Project Nightingale links directly to environmental damage near her childhood home. This solidifies her commitment and intensifies her distrust of Jason, worried he might prioritize the story over the people involved. Jason, witnessing the devastation at the safe house and the increased danger, recognizes he must choose: either focus on a career-defining exposé or commit to helping Keanu and the others bring Project Nightingale to light without sensationalism. This event forces all characters to redefine their priorities and strengthens their bond, laying the foundation for the central conflict, exposing Project Nightingale. The safe house ambush forces them to seek alternative refuge, leading Mila to a clandestine community center run by Elena, a seasoned activist wary of outsiders, especially celebrities like Keanu. Elena's skepticism adds tension. She demands proof of Keanu's commitment before offering assistance. A new challenge arises. Liam's brother, Marco, contacts them, claiming he wants to help expose the corporation but needing assurances of safety for his family. His motivations are suspect, creating internal conflict within the group regarding whether to trust him. He promises information about the corporation's next move. Claire, spurred by flashbacks of her past, convinces Elena to trust Keanu, revealing her personal connection to the environmental damage caused by Project Nightingale. This revelation strengthens Elena's resolve to assist, providing access to a network of underground activists. It also forges a connection between Claire and Elena, who share similar histories of fighting injustice. Meanwhile, Jason starts anonymously leaking bits of information about the corporation to the press, hoping to draw public attention without revealing Keanu's involvement. This attracts the attention of Detective Harding, an honest but jaded cop who becomes a potential ally or adversary. Harding's investigation adds a subplot, creating suspense as he closes in on their activities. Marco's information proves partially true. The corporation plans to deploy a new phase of Project Nightingale in a marginalized neighborhood within 48 hours. But he omits a key detail, that the corporation intends to frame Keanu for sabotaging their operation, further discrediting him and obscuring the project's true nature. The consequences of their initial actions ripple outward, attracting both allies and enemies. The trust between the characters is tested as they navigate the ethical gray areas of exposing a powerful entity. Keanu's desire to protect vulnerable communities intensifies, driving him to embrace his role as an activist despite the personal risks. With the 48-hour deadline looming, the pressure intensifies. Keanu decides to leverage his celebrity to publicly denounce Project Nightingale, despite the risk of being framed. This move divides the group. Elena fears it will draw unwanted attention to their operation, jeopardizing the community they're trying to protect. Mila, torn, supports Keanu's intention but worries about his safety, knowing the corporation will retaliate. Jason's leaks attract Detective Harding, who confronts him, demanding information. Jason faces a moral dilemma: betray his newfound allies or risk arrest and compromise the investigation. He chooses to subtly steer Harding towards the corporation without directly exposing Keanu. Marco, under duress from the corporation, sets a trap for Keanu, luring him to a supposed meeting point with evidence of Project Nightingale. Liam, suspecting foul play, confronts Marco, leading to a heated exchange that reveals Marco's desperation to protect his family from the corporation's threats. Their fractured relationship hits a breaking point. Claire, investigating her past connection, discovers a hidden document revealing that Project Nightingale is more dangerous than they initially thought, with potential long-term health consequences for the affected communities. This raises the stakes, compelling her to act decisively, even if it means putting herself in direct danger. The clock ticks down. The subplots intertwine. Harding, following Jason's clues, independently begins investigating the corporation, unknowingly getting closer to uncovering the truth about Project Nightingale, while the rift between Liam and Marco creates an unpredictable element that could either help or hinder their efforts to expose the corporation and protect vulnerable communities. Keanu, ignoring Elena's warnings, proceeds to the meeting point, walking into Marco's trap. He's ambushed, but Liam intervenes, resulting in a physical confrontation with Marco. During the fight, Marco reveals the corporation has accelerated the Project Nightingale deployment, using Keanu's public denouncement as justification. A pivotal turning point, Marco, finally breaking free from the corporation's control, gives Liam a flash drive containing irrefutable proof of Project Nightingale, but is mortally wounded in the process. Liam is devastated, forcing him to confront his complex feelings for his brother. The flash drive becomes their only hope. Jason, risking exposure, uploads the information, triggering a media firestorm. Claire, using her past connections, arranges a live broadcast for Keanu to present the evidence, revealing her own history and fully committing to the cause. Detective Harding, now convinced of the corporation's guilt, provides covert assistance, protecting them from police interference. Keanu uses this platform to urge the city to stand together. The stage is now set for the climax, a race against time to stop the Project Nightingale deployment and expose the corporation's crimes before it's too late, armed with the truth and the city at their back. As Keanu prepares for the broadcast, Elena, still wary, reveals a network of activists positioned to physically disrupt Project Nightingale's deployment, offering a backup plan if exposure fails. This subtle foreshadowing hints at the potential need for more direct action. Detective Harding, while providing protection, subtly warns Keanu that his superiors are under pressure from the corporation, foreshadowing potential betrayal within the police force itself. This creates uncertainty. They cannot fully rely on Harding's support. A minor confrontation occurs when one of Elena's trusted activists is revealed to be a corporate mole attempting to sabotage the broadcast. Claire, drawing on her past experiences, exposes the mole, resolving the subplot of internal infiltration and solidifying her place within the activist group. However, this incident increases paranoia and tension. Jason, grappling with the ethical implications of his actions, makes amends by ensuring Marco's story is told, not as a villain, but as a victim of circumstance. This minor plot resolution humanizes Marco and adds depth to Liam's grief. Unexpectedly, Liam receives a cryptic message from Marco's former contact within the corporation, offering assistance in disabling Project Nightingale's core technology. This potential alliance offers a glimmer of hope, but its reliability is uncertain. Keanu, realizing the gravity of the situation, has a heart-to-heart with Liam, acknowledging his bravery and promising to honor Marco's sacrifice. This strengthens their bond and prepares Liam for a more active role in the climax. The stage is carefully set, Keanu is ready to deliver the truth, the city is poised for action, and the fate of Project Nightingale hangs in the balance. Subtly, Claire notices a pattern within the Project Nightingale schematics, leading to a final twist to be revealed at broadcast. Just as Keanu prepares to broadcast, the corporation abruptly cuts the studio's power, silencing him and jeopardizing their entire strategy. This unexpected obstacle forces a reliance on Elena's network and their secondary plan, direct intervention. Time dwindles, amplifying the pressure. Fueled by grief and committed to honoring Marco's memory, Liam steps up to employ his brother's contact, a dangerous venture aimed at disabling Project Nightingale. He understands this moment as his opportunity to atone for Marco's past decisions. During a final review of the Project Nightingale schematics, Claire uncovers a horrifying twist. The deployment strategically targets not only the marginalized community but also areas with many vulnerable children, heightening the emotional stakes. This revelation pushes her to join Liam, burdened by the regret of not realizing the truth earlier. Facing mounting pressure from his superiors, Detective Harding makes a daring decision, discreetly rerouting police units away from the intended deployment locations, providing Keanu and Elena's team with crucial time. This final, desperate act of justice puts his career at great risk. All threads now converge. Keanu, stripped of his broadcast platform, now needs to ignite action at street level. Elena's activists brace themselves for a physical showdown. While Liam and Claire start to disable the technology, their success in doubt. The city is poised, ready to either unite against injustice or to fall victim to the corporation's greed. The stage is set. As Project Nightingale activates, Elena's activists bravely confront corporate enforcers in the city's streets. Keanu, seizing a megaphone, inspires hesitant bystanders, transforming them into active participants. Their collective resistance effectively stalls the deployment, providing Liam and Claire with precious moments. Upon reaching the central technology hub, Liam and Claire are confronted by a final, intricate failsafe. This presents them with a perilous choice: completely disabling the system, potentially triggering extensive collateral damage, or opting for a selective shutdown, demanding specialized knowledge. Drawing confidently upon the notes and memory of his brother, Liam makes a bold and informed decision, skillfully disabling Project Nightingale without any collateral consequences, thereby resolving his personal conflict and honoring the memory of Marco. Simultaneously, Jason's strategically disseminated information finally reaches the appropriate authorities, subsequently launching a full-scale city investigation. Detective Harding, choosing to disregard his superior's orders, triumphantly arrives at the scene, proceeds to arrest the corporation's top executives, and boldly exposes their heinous crimes to the entire world. Harding's redemptive journey concludes as he reaffirms his unwavering commitment to the ideals of justice. With Project Nightingale neutralized and contained, Keanu passionately addresses the gathered crowd, urging them to maintain their vigilance and to hold the responsible corporation eternally accountable for their reprehensible actions. His final call to action: actively invest in your neighborhoods. Support any and all local initiatives. Demand absolute transparency from those who are in positions of power. Only through a united effort can we ensure that such injustices never happen again. Thematic closure, compassion and solidarity, strengthened through courage, have soundly defeated corporate avarice, leaving the entire city changed indefinitely, while now placing its fate directly in the capable hands of its own people. The city of Los Angeles, in the wake of the crisis, embarked on a long and challenging path toward recovery. The corporation, completely dismantled, saw its top executives brought before the courts to face the consequences of their actions. The victims of Project Nightingale were provided with restitution, as new and stringent regulations were established to safeguard vulnerable communities against future exploitation and harm. A deeply felt moral lesson emerged: passivity in the face of injustice only serves to embolden it, while courage, even when facing overwhelming opposition, holds the potential to ignite transformative change within society. The lives of each character were permanently and profoundly changed by the events they had faced. Keanu, now a passionate and committed activist, leveraged his influential platform to champion social justice causes, ultimately redefining his public image through his purposeful actions. Liam, under the mentorship of Elena, evolved into a dedicated community organizer, empowering young people and ensuring that their voices were not only heard but respected and valued. Claire, having finally confronted the demons of her past, reimagined the daily grind into a dynamic hub for activism, cultivating a strong sense of belonging, community, and unwavering solidarity. Jason, his writing career reignited by the events, devoted his work to uncovering corruption, transforming his words into potent tools for achieving meaningful societal change. Even Detective Harding, despite enduring professional setbacks, discovered a deep sense of fulfillment in his newfound and steadfast commitment to integrity and justice. A subtle future hint is revealed. 1 year later, a landmark regulation aimed at protecting vulnerable children within the targeted neighborhood is passed, named the Marco Act, serving as a powerful symbol of the redemptive power of action, collective change, and the impact of individual transformation. The film concludes with a fade as Keanu, Liam, Claire, and Jason exchange a knowing and meaningful glance across the daily grind, realizing that their collective fight for a better and more just world is far from finished, but finding solace and strength in the knowledge that they will continue to face it together.